OUSRHH की इस व्याख्यान श्रृंखला में आपका स्वागत है। OUSRHH यानी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ अनर्थिंग सप्रेस्ड रियलिटीज ऑफ हिंदुस्तानी हिस्ट्री। भारतीय इतिहास में जो वास्तविकताएं हैं, उनको जिन्हें दबा के रखा गया, उनको ढूंढ करके आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करना। और आज हमारी चर्चा का विषय है पवित्र मोहन रॉय, आजाद हिंद सेना के एक ऐसे सैनिक जो एक डॉक्टर थे और आजाद हिंद सेना के खुफिया विभाग में रहे, जो पिनांग से पनडुब्बी में बैठ करके कोनार्क के समुद्र तट पर उड़ीसा में आके उतरे अपने 4 साथियों के साथ। देश के कई हिस्सों में उन्होंने वायरलेस स्टेशन बनाए आजाद हिंद फौज को खबर भेजने के लिए। उनका साथ दिया कलकत्ता के अंदर HM मित्रा और बेला
HD मित्रा, हरिदास
मित्रा और
his wife was Bela Mitra. Actually Bela Bose Mitra,
जिन्होंने उनकी हर तरीके की मदद दी। बाद में कुछ गद्दारों के कारण ये पूरा ग्रुप पकड़ा गया, क्योंकि इस ग्रुप में से ही आने वाला एक व्यक्ति, क्या नाम था डॉक्टर साहब,
who escaped from the railway station,
became a British informer.
Oh, there are some Mukherjee, some Mukherjee
जो का अंग्रेजों का मुखबिर बन गया और उसके बाद
became the informer.
उनकी गिरफ्तारी हुई, they were arrested, tortured for days, और उसके बाद इनको फांसी की सजा सुनाई गई। हालांकि वो फांसी की सजा
was altered subsequently,
बदल दी गई। और अमरीक सिंह गिल तो ये सजा के बाद में जब इनको ले जाया जा रहा,
the transit from Sialda station
से कहीं और इनको चिटगांव या कहीं ले जाना चाहते थे,
Sialda station, he escaped.
अमरीक सिंह, कर्नल अमरीक सिंह कूद के भाग गए,
miraculously escaped,
और उनको कभी अंग्रेज पकड़ नहीं पाए। और एक बात और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण यहाँ पे ध्यान देने की है कि जब ये लोग पनडुब्बी से पिनांग से चले तो पवित्र मोहन रॉय बताते हैं कि नेताजी कॉल्ड हिम असाइड, और नेताजी ने उनसे कहा एक तरफ ले जाकर के कि पवित्र, हो सकता है तुम एक कोई बुरी खबर सुनो, लेकिन घबराना नहीं, हम लोग फिर मिलेंगे। किस खबर की तरफ नेताजी हिंट कर रहे थे कि यू मे हियर सम बैड न्यूज, बट डोंट गेट पर्टर्ब्ड, वी शैल मीट अगेन। क्या वो अपनी उस प्लान का जिक्र कर रहे थे जो
such a long before,
दुर्घटना वाला
some long before
कहानी बनाई गई, एक आवरण, एक कवर के तौर पे उस समय। मुझे खुशी इस बात की है कि मेरी मुलाकात पवित्र मोहन रॉय जी के बेटे से कलकत्ता में हुई, और उनकी जो ग्रैंड डॉटर है इंद्रानी, जो अमेरिका में रहती है, उनसे फ़ोन पे मेरा संपर्क रहा, और इस परिवार ने मुझे काफ़ी मेरी किताब लिखते हुए मदद भी की। सो दादा, वी लाइक टू टेल यू टुडे, सिंस यू हैव योरसेल्फ met him and you know so much about him.
I know about Dr. Pabitra Mohan Roy, but I have not met personally the members of this family.
Okay.
All my acquaintance with his writings, notes, secret notes, which are kept classified, only shown through us to Justice Mukherjee as exhibits. That is our source of information about his life. Also, his files in the British police files, also his deposition to Justice Mukherjee, all these I have gone through. From there, I have come to some ideas about the person and the personality and his history.
Pabitra Mohan Roy gave evidence to Justice Mukherjee?
Yes, that I am coming to you. Let me first give a short history. You have given it already. He was a boy of East Bengal, and he was graduated as doctor from Dhaka Medical College. His relatives, and by this time in his student life, he is already a secret member of the Revolutionary of Anushilan Samiti. At the same time, he is also attached to the group of the Biplavi Leela Rai, Anil Rai.
Okay.
That group, and he went to the Southeast Asia from before the start of the Second Great War to expand the area of anti-British activities from Southeast Asia.
Okay. And but one thing is also that his actions of revolutionaries were now known to the British, and he arrested.
Yes,
so he moved out.
Also the arrest warrant taken him. That's why he escaped this. But he secretly came to India again in 38-39 to attend when Subhash Chandra is the Congress president, to attend those meetings.
Okay.
But again secretly went out. These communications and organization he was maintaining. And when the war started, he joined the team of Raspberry Bush in Penang and Singapore. Already he is known to Raspberry. And when Subhash Chandra reached Singapore from Southeast Asia, few groups was given to Subhash Chandra, Netaji, from the side of Nehru. Then they became the follower of Netaji. He is a doctor, but there he was trained for spying and for guerrilla activity in Penang, center of guerrilla training. Penang center, Malaysia. And you see, from the records you will see now,
later on
there were dozens of submarines came,
known as Swami's College.
And Swami's College. Swami was the leader to train these things. And he was, and you will see that dozens of submarines came. Some dropped the persons in the eastern coast, some in Puri, and into Puri, Konark, not one submarine, many submarines. Also to
Chilka Lake and Konark coast.
And southern area. Also you see the Japanese submarines in the Gujarat coast.
Kathiawar coast is there.
Also German submarines are there, you are seeing.
In south.
Yes. And in one of the submarine, this team led by Dr. Pabitra Mohan Roy came. They moved different parts of India secretly, and he created his center of radio communication from Calcutta in Behala area.
We have a fairly good account of their activities in Colonel Gill's diary.
Yes.
Who moved to which area? One went to Jalandhar and Phagwara.
Yes.
There.
And this time
they were trying for
he was helped by Haridas Mitra and his wife Bela Mitra. Bela Mitra is the daughter of Bosbari.
This Pabitra mentions that he stayed in a small house which was given to them by Haridas Mitra, where he posed as a businessman. And he stayed there and put the wireless there.
And this in this creative, and what he created from the equipments, separated equipments from Southeast Asia, he could arrange a set of transmitter who has a range of 6,000 miles. And by that he was communicating to Netaji's team in Southeast Asia.
And you remember here, Dr. Kasliwal mentioned that Netaji always kept a small wireless set with him,
transmitter and receiver, receiver. Not only his deposition, you will see this in many depositions. He is always having a transmitter receiver.
And he used to have direct contact with his intelligence person.
Always. But unfortunately, some traitors are there in Calcutta who gave this information to British, and he was caught.
It was that traitors also, and plus the group in Karachi which had gone by somebody.
Yes, they also gave the information.
They got arrested, all of them.
They surrendered to the.
And they the British police brought them here to identify
this man.
Because Pabitra mentions that twice this happened, that you could see that those people were there, and you could make out that the police is trying to get them recognized, and he escaped from.
Yes, and this court martial, you see, the persons are having the award of death sentence by hanging. who are getting the death sentence. Jagadish,
One
Jyotish Bose, he is civilian but helping this team.
Let us tell our viewers that they were kept at the Lord Sinha Road, CID.
Yes, Lord Sinha Road
office
for months.
And they were tortured there.
Physically tortured. This Jyotish Bose, Cornell Gill, and Dr. Pabitra Mohan Roy and Haridas Mitra, all awarded death sentences.
There is another interesting thing that one of the lawyers brought to them to sign a mercy petition, and all of them refused. They won't sign it.
Then Bela Mitra, he went.
Bela Mitra approached Gandhi.
Yes, and then there is a popular history that Bela Mitra approached Gandhi. Gandhi wrote to Viceroy, and after that, this death sentence was converted to life sentences.
We have 2 letters of Gandhi written to Viceroy's secretary in this.
But there is alternative story is there. That is deposed to not only Justice Khosla Commission, but also deposed to Justice Mukherjee Commission. That is by a very important person. That very important person was at that time one of the biggest rice merchant of India, who is a son of some Nawab family in Allahabad.
Okay.
Who is acquainted to Joy Prakash Narayan, Ram Manohar Lohia, Nehru, Gandhi, everyone.
Okay.
Along with them, he was in the prison cell. Okay. He is this man. Also, he has got a house in Calcutta. He was the biggest rice merchant. He was taking rice from Burma and Thailand, because always Burma and Thailand is excess in rice, and India was at that time importing rice from. He was the person who was importing rice for the government of India from those countries. His deposition is that there is alternative story. I have been giving that story. What is the story? That actually Bela Pratham first went to Nehru's residence.
Okay.
Representative of Bela went there, and this was thrown out of the house of Nehru by Nehru.
Expected.
And then he went to Gandhi. Gandhi's response is not known to me or known to this person. What he is telling, that Rafi Ahmed Kidwai came across this, came to know this. Then Rafi Ahmed Kidwai directly told this to Sir Tej Bahadur Shapri.
Okay.
Tej Bahadur Shapru wrote 2 letters directly in his own pad and send it to Viceroy.
Okay.
And as per this deposition, it is after getting this, it is Viceroy who converted by his power from death sentence to life imprisonment.
Okay.
This is another story.
So we have 2 letters
and you see,
look for that letters.
You see that the fact is both Tej Bahadur Shapru and Sir Tej Bahadur Shapru and Rafi Ahmed Kidwai all along respectful to Netaji.
No, not only that, the Britishers were shocked that a person like Tej Bahadur Shapru,
yes,
who was considered a liberal, he was supporting the INA
people.
In 1946, this period,
yes.
during when he writes for Pabitra Mohan Roy.
Yes.
So I'm not surprised.
And you see the support for INA from Sir Tej Bahadur Shapru and Bhulabhai Desai is more genuine than your Gandhi Nehru's. Gandhi Nehru's has got a political game.
So I don't want to comment on that. You see that.
And one interesting, I will end this. This Pabitra Mohan Roy now being seen in 60s in North India along with that mystery man whom we call today Bhagavanji or Mahakal. Okay?
This is interesting.
That's very interesting.
But
these diaries are shown to the Justice Mukherjee as exhibits.
That Pabitra Mohan Roy remained active in Bengal politics.
Yes.
After that, he started his practice also. Dum Dum Medical Association.
He is a practitioner. Also, he was a doctor affiliated to Indian Airlines.
And then Colonel Gill, Amrik Singh Gill, he went back to Malaysia. He was involved. He went to Punjab because he was never arrested. So he remained underground. And in fact, the Bose Sarat Bose helped him. And he went to Punjab. He remained in touch there with General Mohan Singh also,
And-
who was forming an India, who revived the INA in 1947 to
Yes.
fight against Pakistan.
Yes.
And there Amrik Singh Gill was involved in rescuing Hindu refugees from
Refugees from
Pakistan. He
Pakistan.
did some flights also.
Yes.
And then he was frustrated. He said, we had not fought from the
For this India.
For this
For
India,
this
which
India.
we are getting.
Yes. And Haridas Mitra subsequently became the Deputy Speaker in the Assembly of West Bengal. And you see, Dr. This Jyotish Bose is the person, in his old days, was our main supporter in our fight in the High Court and
But
Supreme
I'd like
Court.
to see this, what happened to this Traitors family. I think they also flourished after independence. I get his name here. His name
Yes.
is there. His name is there. The Traitor's name is there. His name is, you see, Pabitra Group, another leadership of Pushpendra Datta, Pabitra Mohan Roy, Dhaka schooling, and here you see Tuhin Mukherjee.
Yes. Yes,
Tuhin
Tuhin
Mukherjee
Mukherjee.
was
Yes,
the traitor.
Tuhin. Yes.
Because the ones who landed in this were
Yes.
Pabitra Roy, Amrik Singh Gill, Samendra Gupta, Mohinder Singh, and Tuhin Mukherjee. And this Tuhin Mukherjee was
Disclosed
the
everything.
traitor who sold this group to the British. But I must say there are more such stories also of submarines and the spies of INA coming. And when they were coming, Netaji had told even Pabitra that your mission is a very important
Very
mission,
important, very risky, very risky.
very risky also. So we will meet again. बहुत जल्द आपसे फिर मुलाकात होगी एक और व्याख्यान में औश के।
Yes.
नमस्कार।
Namaskar.